All right. Well, let's continue where we left off. All right, so we've completed the card listing, the ability to add new payment methods, and now all we're missing is the ability to set the primary payment method via these radio icons here and remove it. From what I recall, we did eliminate the ability to edit a card because it doesn't make sense from a user's perspective. Like, why would they edit their card? I can't think of any use case where they will need to edit a card. If they need to edit a card or add a new card because the number changed or expiration date changed, I would say they would add a new payment method. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and implement the ability to set primary payment methods and remove cards. I think we'll also try to implement the loading sequence for users when they enter and submit a credit card number to get added. There's a hang currently that doesn't really give the actual user any context of whether it's actually saving or not. So we'll implement that today. All right, so let's get going. We also implemented remove a card, actually. And to think about it, we probably should add a confirmation window. Yeah, we should totally do that. Cool. All right. So let's go about doing that. How would that look though? Or maybe we could just do, when they click delete, we just show text there saying, are you sure you want to remove, continue, or cancel? All right, sure. Let's do that instead, because I think that would make the most sense. And we could actually hook it into here. So instead of this, let's create another actor. Toggle. So we'll also add $sign is removing. I should just simply yank this. Forward, there we go. Delete that, remove, toggle remove. Forward, repeat. On remove, toggle. We'll do forward. We just have to style that now. Oh. Toggle remove. Found. Oh, I didn't add it. All right, so that should be good. So we're gonna have to add another card. Okay, so we'll go ahead and just add a card real quick. We should now have like a confirmation window, more or less. We probably have to style a little bit, but yeah. Yes, cancel should cancel it. Yes should actually remove it. All right, that's good. And we'll just simply mimic this exact style right here. Minus the color. We'll first see how it looks and then we'll adjust accordingly. We don't need our pointer here. I think we could use our purple here. Font bold, that seems fine. Cancel, I think this one should be text purple. Margin X. Let's do 10 pixels for now. And I think this one could be our offset gray. Which I'm not 100% sure what that one is, but we could grab it here. Yeah, there we go. I just have to type it, don't I? B, C, there we go. We'll add a few cards just so we would go through this test over and over again. Yeah, loading screen right there will be great. Just, oh crap, what did I do? Oh. Alright, there we go. So we should now have yes, cancel. I think yes should be red. So brand red. And then we'll just add our cursors. And we could even do one. We could actually make it our lighter red. Which I actually think I already have set up. Light red. Let me make sure that's been set there. Light red, yeah, we're using light red. So we could definitely use light red instead. This will be for our hover state. And then we'll use text light red. And we'll add duration to the parent just so everything inside of it will respect it. And then this one will be hover, text, purple. All right. So let's check this out. We should have like a sleek animation now. Maybe. And self is removing. It's not. So if cancel is if remove is toggled, then it'll become in focus regardless of the hover state. That could work. So now, yeah, that's exactly what we want. And the animations aren't respecting the parents. So I'm gonna have to add duration to all these guys. Unfortunately. Yeah, that's... Are you sure? And then we should have a loading screen. That was a strange bug. Let me add another card. Yeah, that was a strange one. Let's add another one. Alright. So I clicked remove on this guy. I removed this. It removed it. But I still have two there. Let's output the card ID. I have a strange feeling when I'm sending the request to our payment service, it's not refreshing the identifier. So it's removing the last one created, which is strange because I don't think I built it that way. I wonder if it's that doesn't make sense. Let's output the card ID. Let me actually wrap this in a span first. Where are you? Oh, there I am. I think I need to increase the width of my cursor marker. Alright, it's a little bit more readable. Alright, we gotta understand why it's removing the last guy. It should be removing the one right where I'm actually clicking remove from. I'm wondering if my ID is somehow being stored in some state. When I create it. So when remove is and it's like initiated, it like uses that ID rather than the latest one. So one way to do this is BCI. Let's go BCI. There we go, BCL. Alright, so we're removing this guy. What we did was we did this. We removed. So it removed it, but why is that state being... Am I not like hydrating? I'm hydrating the view. That's a strange one. I wonder, since the vector is decreasing, the one underneath it moves up in the index. Therefore, when I repeat it, it doesn't utilize a new card item component. It uses the existing one. Oh man, I think that's what happens. That's interesting. That's something to keep note of because... Huh. Only way... Context, payment, context type, on payment complete. What? I don't think that's it. On remove card, this is the one we're looking for. And then we'll just add an anonymous real quick. On return, we'll reset the state. That's a strange one, though. It makes sense, but it's something to account for. Oh, it's an option. Alright, so we'll just simply reset the state once we receive the OK from our endpoint. Oh, we could go ahead and remove this. Yeah, it's definitely a strange one. You want something else, I agree, but that's where you belong. No point bending backwards for me, I'm just shifting along. There's no use holding on. If you love it, you set it free. Just let it go, move along. That's how it's got to be. Breaking slowly for a while. Breaking is easy. Take your time, don't just lay it on the line. Make it right, I'll be lonely for a while. But believe me, come on, Rust Analyzer. Do the thing. Unhook from my file and let me compile. There we go. Alright, so let's add another one and see if this is a good... Oh, there's an error here. If let's contacts some contacts win some, you lose some. Good time. We're gonna move forward all the way to our dots. We're gonna delete forward. Delete forward. Save that. All right, there we go. We'll try this again. There we go. All right, so we have to click run. Well, click remove, and then remove the first one, and then we reset the state. That's really strange. Alright, let's add this guy. So what if I were to remove the last guy? The top one shouldn't remove. Why is it affecting all the card item states? Why is the state of this component affecting all the other? All right, so what if we were to bring the is removing state to the actual object itself? We do that. We store it there because what's really happening is the card item components is just ingesting the card in that particular index, and once we remove that card item, the index changes, but the state doesn't change. It moves upward. Okay. So that means I'm gonna have to... Where am I building this object? Okay, so I'm getting cards here. I'm getting our object here. We're setting the primary here. I don't know if that's a smart way of doing it. Let me think about this. Is removing. If I were to do that, maybe if I destroy itself, I force it to, let's see if U has any instructions on how to destroy the object. So let's see. What if we were to do this? Let's see, self. Context true. Destroy are unmounted from the DOM. You calls the destroy cycle life cycle method. This is necessary if you need to undertake operations to clean up after earlier requests. Destroy. What's up, Ernest? Welcome back. Welcome back. How would I destroy this component? What I can do is I could store the card into the card item state. Card object we still need is removing because that's our state. And then what we'll do is card props data. Because what I'm using the property and that's reliant on the object that's external. All right, fine. Let's do this the right way. Props. CTX props, and then we'll just props. I think I may have to borrow this. We'll see. Yep. Create a completely different object. So it's not reliant on the vector object index outside of the component. It's reliant on itself. I secretly think this won't make any difference. All right, so with that said, we'll change card to be self instead. And that should allow us to just use this state instantly. All right, so let's add another card. So our trick is to remove this guy, remove this guy. Still doing it. All right, let's test this out. Two. Payments. Get said cards. Primary, we sorted it here. Let's go to definition here. Remove. We'll set it to false by default. That should be fine. We should have everything we need here. The object remove states will be set on the card object level, and since the card object doesn't exist, it won't rely on the card element state. It'll have to rely on the card object itself. So let's remove this. Keep it in the state. I mean, this is not necessary anymore. Card. Remove. Board. Board. BFG. Well, that was a failed attempt. Alright, so that should be reliant on the card object itself, and since the card object doesn't exist, it'll respect the toggle state of the current card object. One second. Mute. Wonder if I can mute that. I don't think I've done that before. I don't think I've done that before. Can a property be mutable from within the component? That is the question. Which is behind a shared reference. Move occurred. Does not. On update, we're creating a clone of the existing object. Oh, I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, because if we're making a copy, we're editing the removed state of the copy, not the actual one we're pulling in from. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. Let's reload the server. All right, let's add another card just so we would keep that test case the same. All right, so we have 3 cards here. We'll remove, oh, you see? Exactly what I'm thinking. It's not gonna make any effect because we're cloning the object. I could clone this guy instead of referencing it this way. We could clone that, grab the ID. That should be fine. I shouldn't have to do this. Let's see if that works. So we would keep it under the same context. I think we should be fine, but I don't think the props is it's not a mutable reference. So I don't think I could update it. All right, so maybe I'm looking at this the wrong way. Maybe we have to on change. Maybe we have to send an on change event from the card item to update the state externally from the actual list of cards. Seems like seems a bit over engineered. Cannot move. Well, let's try that. Let's see if that makes a difference. Yep, definitely can be used in that way. Because these strings can be copied. Alright, sure. Let's... Where are you? Properties. Initialize the prop value. Default values of the fields type. Got it. I got it. So defining them as string. Instead of string, get it? I got it. To initialize the prop value, functions should be signature function mutable. All right, let's just test it. Let's just implement my theory and we'll move from there. We'll do this for now. On change. We're passing a card object. So with that said, we could emit the exact card object with the updated value. All right, in theory, Oh no, it's a prop. That's right. So we'll do props. Emit. That was an error though. I don't think that's allowed. Yeah, we're not allowed to have mutables. A lot of cloning here. What's the actual type here? Oh. Am I using this anywhere else? Nope, that's the only place. Am I... card objects. Billing. Definition. On card page. I'm only using it there. Alright, I have an opportunity, so let me actually spell this correctly. We're gonna use card object here. Okay, that should be full circle. What's going on here? Because I changed the verbiage here. Let's also clear that real quick. All right. So if I remove, I should get back an event to the parent component, letting me know that that particular object is set to remove, and then I can use that to update the vector here in this scope. What's going on here? 155. 155. That should be fine. I could update and then rehydrate. All right. So we have cards here. Index. Into parts. What's the method that gives me the index? Rust get index of object. in vector. It's a method. I've used this several times. I've used this so many times, I don't recall it. Where are you? Index. I mean, I think I could just say into iterator. Find get ID, index, no, that's not what I'm looking for. That's gonna give me exactly what I want. Maybe I could do mutable inner. Maybe I could do that. And I do find. Now the question is, can I edit it? Let's see. If some, we'll just use C for now because we're using card up here. Bring this. That's not what I want. I'll bring this upwards. We'll do that just to make sure we're actually getting it. I believe we're gonna have to mutate this guy. See that, remove equals hard. Remove. And since this is going into this function here, we're gonna have to clone this guy. Just clone this as well. It's a bit warm, right? Let me switch and make the lights colder. Where are we? Return true. We don't want to do an else here. We just want to return explicitly what we want to hydrate. It's adding a double reference. I wonder if we actually need to specify mutability there. And Rust may automatically add that attribute when applying iterator mutable. Alright, so I mean there's no errors, so it is working. I'm not doing anything strange. Let's try this again. So we have 3 cards. So if we remove, okay, so we are not. So we're definitely getting the objects. Oh, what's up? AKA WR. Thanks for the raid. Damn, whole 50 people. Sheesh. Appreciate that. Much appreciated. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. What were you building over there in your stream, AKA? Appreciate that, man. Love the love. What's up, everyone? Hey, how's everyone doing? Yeah, I'm trying to make it I'm trying to normalize this so more people use it. Thanks for the follow, Reform. Appreciate that. For sure, for sure. It's a good platform. You know, a lot of people need to understand it, you know, it could be used. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the love. Always. What were you building over in your stream, AK? Oh man, Space Drive. I'm hearing a lot of good things about it. Yep, everything is built in Rust, you know, minus. Appreciate the raid of 4 again, aka. That's strange. Yeah, that's a real big bug right there. Yeah, server side, I'm using Rust on both the back end and front end. Yeah, CM is right. It feels exactly the same. There are some differences, but overall, it like just the way you instantiate a lot of the HTML and, you know, your functions within the code. Yeah, exactly. The agents. What's up, CM? Oh, appreciate it. I guess you'll be lurking me for now. I'm just here trying to build out this this remove action. There's a strange side effect to the way I'm iterating over these objects. I don't suppose you're using Prisma Client Rust for doing... Brand? No, I'm actually using Tokyo Postgres, you know, just keeping it simple for now. I haven't really implemented any sort of like ORM or any layer on top of that connection. I thought learning Rust by itself was a big undertaking by itself, so I was kind of hesitant to introduce new technology. For sure, for sure. Once I get it to a point where I'm ready to like experiment with different technologies, I'm definitely open for like using new database tools. For sure, for sure. Do you have a link to PCR? So I keep it in my list of Notion things to look at. Dope. All right, I'm gonna start that right now. Appreciate that. Yeah, reform, I kind of do. So one of the main components that I built out so far is this widget that you see on the far right corner of the screen right here. Let's make this a little bigger just so you could bear with the responsiveness. I haven't implemented any yet, but it's good enough for now. But basically I implemented this this feedback widget, which allows users to leave either a text-based feedback or a video-based feedback. And it utilizes a lot of backend services like Dash implementation and like web services. And essentially what we're doing is I'm using U and WebSys crate to actually interface directly into the browser's APIs. So essentially I'm hooking into, you know, the device lookup tool, and then I'm interpreting that within Rust so I could utilize the data, the bytes within the stream. So I've implemented this setting tool, which allows you to select devices. By default, it should select your default device, but since I'm using my camera to stream, it's kind of difficult for me to hook into that. But I've implemented like a preview, which allows them to preview their devices and see like their audio input gauge to see if it's actually working. You can see it by this identifier down here. And then once they go in here, they could actually like start recording their feedback. So this is a custom video editor that I created using U. So basically they could record whatever they want, and they could pause at any given time, think about what they're gonna say next, right? Continue recording what they're thinking of, and then pause at any time. So they could keep doing this throughout the entire thing, based depending on how long the company who's using it will like them to record a video for, and allows them to actually preview it, to record whatever they want on the fly, continue recording what they're about to say, right? Or edit their current clip. So I've broken down these clips similar to how you see. Exactly. So it's first going to be this, but I have other utilities that, well, other feature sets that I want to implement that it complements this feature very, very nicely. Like one of the other aspects is to allow them to embed the list of feedbacks or testimonials directly on their sites using an embed code. So they could basically someone could go to the testimony page and go to a specific section and click on a video and watch it, you know, directly from there without having the company need to like upload any of this data to their site, where they're basically streaming it. And I have like a Dash implementation that would actually render the video based off of the user's internet speed. So we're not sending them 4K video, you know, we're sending them 360p, you know, 1080p if their internet provides it. They probably won't ever use it because the size of the video embed, but yeah. But this tool allows them to even, you know, discard their clips. If they're not comfortable with what they say, they could discard like the previously recorded segments of their video and then proceed. It's pretty cool stuff. And then they could send it when they feel comfortable using the send action. And as you can tell, I'm using primarily WebSockets to actually read this data. So I'm reading this data on the fly as the user is recording it, and I'm storing it for safekeeping for that user session. It's been fun so far. I've learned a lot of things. Right now we're trying to get the card, the payment method system to work properly. So right now we could add payments, but there's some strange state issue I'm running into within U, which is it's not refreshing the card element. It's actually, so I have a card element component that takes in, you know, the card object, right? And I have a state within the cart item that allows me to toggle between the remove action. Once I remove it, it updates the state within that component. But if I confirm the deletion, that state stays. It doesn't refresh the state. So I have some weird concurrency issues going on here. So I'm trying to come up with a clever way around it, which I think I found something, but just need to implement it. Yeah, I'm using Stripe. This element you see right here is a Stripe element. So it's a secure and private payment method that is iframed by Stripe themselves. So this is how they provide the ability to secure the payment input through this thing right here. I don't want to worry about capturing this data. I keep it to the professionals. I don't want to store any sort of payment information on my side, so they can handle that. And I'm just hooking in and just pulling in the basic information I need. And I'm also not storing this card information. This card information is coming directly from Stripe as well. So I'm doing a quick like query on their end to pull that in. But yeah, there's a lot of things I've been building. Like I have this this grid component which allows you to put in any type of data, pass any type of data to it, and it will automatically page through it. Allow you to limit the amount of pages items within a page, search it. There's also like a tab component which allows you to switch between different contexts on the fly without having to change the page. Just a lot of things I've built out so far. User has to verify their website. They have to go through this workflow, which basically advises them to add their domain, confirm it. They have to add the script to their website, and then they have to verify it. Yeah, this works 100%, but I don't have a test site up yet to test that out. But we will continue with this payment process, because this right here is getting annoying for why it's not working. It should be working. So what we have here is we're getting the card information here. For sure. Feel free to ask me anything. I'm here to answer anything. That's to the best of my ability. That's what I say. Alright, so we're updating this object, we're mutating it. Updating the card. If that's the case, what happens if we let's do this. Let's see what our cards vector looks like, because in theory I should be able to edit that object directly from here. And then I'm hydrating it, so it should, unless I'm not, let me make sure I'm using the card elements remove attributes. Should still be there. Appreciate the follow, Ario. Since I'm here, I'm gonna actually follow AK, because I don't know why I'm not following him. All right, so we're dealing with this. All right, so we updated this guy. Let's do another. All right, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna move this down after the fact, just to make sure we're actually updating that object, because that object should have a remove flag of true. Okay, so it is set to true. Go like this real quick right here, and it's set to true here. All right, so this is grabbing it from the prop. Got it. Okay. Yeah, this right here is not checking for that, so we have to go. Oh, we have an issue here. What's the issue? Card item 23. Line item 23. Oh, I must have deleted it unintentionally. Yeah, this is supposed to be card object. And then we go back here. Card. Remove. Appreciate the follow, Memoria. Alright, so this should be turned off full circle right here. Alright, we should get it toggled. Yep, we get it toggled. But once we toggle it, it should not bring the vector index up. It should only affect the state. The remove state should only affect the object, so we shouldn't see two objects deleted after I remove this guy. They all get removed. I think that's not possible actually. Well, it actually makes sense because we're rehydrating all the cards once we remove it, just so we get an updated list. So that actually makes sense. Let's try this again. Let's remove yes. Oh, I also have to make sure I'm adding card remove. All right, cool. So we've gone full circle now. We could just clean up our code so we're not logging everything. It's an unorthodox way of doing it, but it's strange that it's on rehydration. It's not removing the object, but just moving the index of the object we're inserting into the property up. This is a strange situation. I mean, there should be like some sort of method that you could call that would allow you to destroy the current components instead of having to do what I just did. Alright, but for now it works. It doesn't seem like it's a hackish approach. It seems clean. Yeah, looks fine to me. Alright, so the next step is to add a loading sequence once they submit the card. So they're not here wondering what the hell is happening as the card is being sent to Stripe. So let's add that. We could do that. And that's done through the payment method. It's absolute bottom. Okay. So we could go straight to new payment options and add that animation here. And lucky for us, I think I already have a component that we could utilize. I think that lives in our component. Great. And I think we're just calling it as loader. Yep, loader is the term. I believe loader has a state as well, so let me confirm that. Yeah, we have two props. We have a class prop and then a load. Cool. All right. So we'll use that. We'll bring that in. What are we gonna do? Loader. $, remove. And we're gonna go to, how should we add this? Should it be just the input fields? Okay, so where are you? Let me just use the droplet. There we go. All right, so we have this payment element. We have the payment form. This is where we are right here. All right. I mean, yeah, I think that works. Just placing the loader here and keeping track of that state should be enough. Loader. I just looked at it, I forgot load is what we're using as the property name. Load. We'll add a new state. Loading. False. Actually, I may default it to true because we would want to display it as soon as it loads because there's a delay on when it loads. Loading. Yeah, I think it makes sense to default it to true. and the events on callback, payment callback. Let me just set this here. $, self, loading. Well, it's a prop, right? Yeah. Props, loading. Class, I'll just keep it simple. It'll be blank for now. Yeah, I thought so. Props, loading is unknown field. Oh, it's not a prop, it's just a states. Yeah, that's right. Delete backwards, self. All right. Self toggle. So on change and mint, I'm sending. Let me just make sure I'm getting that right. So this is 74. I'm not in payments. On payments callback. Payment callback. I think this is triggering, but I'm not triggering this guy because the object is in the object that I'm receiving. All right. Oh, I better borrow that before I get screened at. Grandmats. Alright, so we should now get an event callback, and that will be our trigger to disable the loading sequence. Yeah, you're getting it right here. We're just not getting a callback. We're not setting it to false. I also don't see the. I don't think my code is loaded. Let's just reload the server because Rust Analyzer likes grabbing onto files and never likes to let them go. All right, there we go. It should be loaded now. There's a slight delay. Was that because... Huh. Let's refresh this real quick. Let's give it a second. Data payment callback. Okay, so I'm gonna have to add another callback event, or hook into the same callback events and just send a different data type. Let's see, how would we go about this? All right, so we're currently initting right here. Where's my callback? So our callback is on change. So I should be able to find on change. That's our callback. Back. Oh man, it's doing something extra. Callback. Prop clone. Okay. We're cloning our callback here. We're cloning it again because of you and WebSys requirements. And here we're emitting it. So we could kind of do the same thing. That's loading to false. This is our stripe element. We're dispatching our stripe event. Stripe confirm. On data callback, that is our reference here. A lot of concurrency happening right now. A lot to follow. All right. On message callback. All right, let me rehash my thoughts real quick. So we're dispatching this event that we created right here. And then I believe we're hooking into it. Where are we hooking into it? It's somewhere around here. Right here. So just to confirm, stripe confirm. That's our local storage right here. This is where we're doing that. On data callback, that's where I was. We're calling this guy, we're passing that object in here. There's a whole lot of crap going on in here. Payment dispatcher error on message success. That's on confirmation. That's if we confirm, which is not what we want, actually. We want this guy. On change, which is this guy on message. Only if our message is sent. Okay. message change. Stripe message. Why am I calling Stripe error here? That doesn't make any sense. All right. So we're gonna is that even in the same context? No, it's not. Thanks for the follow, Antonio. Appreciate that. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna have to create the callback context here. We gotta do some magic. PTX props. Let's actually first instantiate our props, because then we won't have to face the wrath of the REST analyzer. Callback props call on change. Yeah, perfect. And because of Rust's ownership rules, we have to clone it because we're moving it out of scope. And we're gonna we're gonna do inner. Let inner callback. I don't know why we have to do this, but there's no other way. And then we're gonna emit it here if it lets me type properly. All we have to do is mimic this guy. I'll just copy this. This will be a success message, confirmation. I don't think there has to be any data. I'm gonna pass this just because. There's any way to avoid that clone boilerplate each time you need to use a value inside a function? I haven't found a way. It just seems really strange to do that. And I think it's a side effect with the bind engine wrapper I'm using, because I'm introducing Rust like variables into like a JavaScript wrapper, and I have to pass that to the callback function, because this add event listener is actually a direct like API to that actual add events listener web API. So I think since we're moving it just like 86 days ago, I have like the day counter on my stream name, but this is just based off of like my experience so far. I'm not 100% sure if there's a way. If there is a way, I want to know, because I do find it kind of like counterintuitive to reclone it here and then utilizing it. It's just it's not really clean, you know. There's a lot of extra code that I have to add. Yeah, I'm fairly new as well. I started 86 days ago. But now we should have some callback from our payment callback payment element component. So that's good. So let's trigger that, and yeah, we're getting it. We're getting it right here. Damn, if you put it that way, Alvi Doodle, that's a lot of hours. I mean, I haven't spent the entire 86 days either, you know, so. And Reform, I come from a heavy, like, C#, Lua, TypeScript background. Like, I built multiple, like, applications for, like, large clients. So I kind of understand, like, I don't know how to explain it, is, like, the paradigms and the thought process behind a lot of how to build applications. So like me looking at this code, I kind of interpret like what I need to do to get it to work. When I first started, yeah, you have to start somewhere. I mean, again, it takes people different amount of times to, you know, learn something. It's all in the person, and it's not a bad thing either, you know. It's just, you know, experience has to be taken into account. It's all a process, really. But Rust, you jumped into Rust, man. That's a really, really good journey, a good path from what I'm seeing. You had to mentally make the decision to not use Go and jump into Rust. Because a lot of people I know think Rust has a lot of overhead and they would rather move to Go. Don't become rusty in Rust. Oh, I'm always rusty in Rust. I'm always battling the ownership role. You'll catch me in stream like why isn't this not borrowed properly? Why can't I borrow this? I'm always running into those issues, but it's okay. We're all learning here, right? All right, so we're getting back this callback, which is awesome. Meaning now we could kind of trigger the loading sequence, so we could basically disable our loading sequence, and then we have to check to see if we have a on submit callback, which allows us to toggle the loading again when the payment is being processed. Appreciate the follow, tick. Boom. But I think you'll have fun programming in Rust Reform. It's a strange feeling writing in Rust. I kind of think about writing in Rust a lot. It's low-key an obsession. Alright, so we're here. So we got that. So let's just retoggle our... I know what I was going to do. I wanted to clean up the callback message so it's a little bit more intentional rather than saying just success. We're passing is something that's directly connected to, you know, toggling the load. What would we call this message type? Loading. We could say loading. We could say true. See, I have to stick with the message type because we're using message string. Unfortunately, I can't just pass a boolean. I don't know if this is what I want to do though. I think for now this is fine. I think this will be appropriate, and then we'll just repurpose this same like structure just to like tell our parent components that it's true. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. But what I will do is I will add this to, where are we? So this is our confirmation. So this should automatically get sent here. And I think it should always send it. Let's try to confirm. Stripe message, validation, error. Yeah, I think regardless of where it comes from, I think it should. Yeah, I think it should automatically send a message and disabling the true, because these right here are just messages, error messages, and so on and so forth. So if a message gets sent from Stripe, we want them to take action, and if we're still showing the loading sequence, then they can't really take action. I don't know if it's gonna yell at me because it's not borrowed. I secretly just want to clone this instead, just so I can use it down here. Set it to false here. Oh, no, it's screaming because I don't have a semicolon. So we will add this. Okay, so we have those callbacks situated. We're loading it by default. On submit. Where's my button action? Button text. On submit up here. All right, so this guy. So we're kind of going to do the same exact thing, but we're going to do it right here. So on submit, we want to display our loading sequence, and we're just going to set this to true. Let's clear our search history. All right, so now since we're doing that, we need to ingest those values within our new payment events handler. So I'm gonna do something like if events that class equals and I could probably use a match instead, honestly. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Match event class, and we'll dereference it just so we can use a string rather than loading. And then we'll have success. That's our success confirmation event or actor. And then we could pull this guy into our success right here. Events, clone data. Okay. Self that loading. Boolean from. I'm just seeing if this is even possible. Data. Too good to be true. Thanks for the follow, Thomas. Let's see if that's possible. Oh, what I can do is I could just I could do and delete. I could say if I could just say event data equals, or I could dereference it. This will basically be the same effect. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that's the same side effect, so that should work perfectly fine. There's an error though, and it has to do with me dereferencing here. Is events class already a string? Expect a string. It's probably screaming at me because of some move. I mean, what I can do, I could just say event as string. and it does not like it. Is of type okay, let's just make it a standard string. See, I still have yet to master this. Oh man, it's that's not gonna work. Let's try this real quick. See, it's like these small things right here. These always get me. Like, I don't know. Pattern. Borrow. Underscore. Not covered. I mean, to conserve time, I'm just gonna simply. Can I even do this? That doesn't seem right. That should work. I think I secretly broke something unintentionally. We got this. Yeah, that's where it is. Yep. We're missing this guy. The frick? Do I have one too many? Oh, I see what's happening. Yep, that's what's going on. All right. This yeah, I knew it. Done this so many times, but for whatever reason, this just doesn't work the way I want it to work. All right, let's try this. here. It's unfortunate. I really wanted to use the match, but dereferencing and borrowing it didn't convert it to a string, or a static string. So I couldn't use it. Whatever. It still got the job done. There's still an error. Where are you? Oh no. There we go. Loading. Alright, so the loading sequence ended once the form actually loaded in. Let's add. We got back our loading sequence. We got back our add card. It's not reloading it after the fact. And I may add a height just so it doesn't jump like that. And it didn't trigger properly either. Right there. Oh, that's interesting. Integration error. We cannot retrieve data from specific elements. Make sure that the elements are make sure it's mounted. So what I think happened is we got an error instead of a success message. Yeah, this stripe element component is still a bit buggy. I need to make sure this is working 100%. So instead of me sending it on Stripe message, let's load it regardless. Let's toggle it to false regardless of us receiving the Stripe message. Oh, I definitely need to bring this up here, go to the end, add a semicolon. Okay, let's restart our server. That bottle makes so much noise. Alright, so it worked, more or less, but I still don't like it. So, you know, it happened again here. There's something going on. So this isn't getting triggered on callback. This is if Stripe message is being triggered. on change. Then, let's see. I'm not sure. I think it's getting stuck here in Stripe's create payment method element. So if that's the case, then maybe I can add a catch, which will be a function. And I'm just gonna console log this real quick because it does seem like it's happening constantly. So there must be something going on here. It is possible this is getting triggered multiple times. See, it worked there. Oh wait, no, I didn't. Oh, I have to make sure to escape those curly brackets. Oh, that should be fine now. I'm probably gonna implement some sort of tree sitter syntax highlighting for anything that has a prefixed string with JS, you know? So we have that. That should be fine. Let's see if we actually get some messaging. So loaded there. I'm trying to trigger that error. Okay, here we go. It's the same error that it was outputting before. We could not retrieve data from the specified element. Please make sure element you're attempting is still in use and is mounted. Well, attempting to use is still mounted. I am reloading the elements because I'm creating a new intent on load, so that could possibly be affecting the DOM, the virtual DOM there. All right, but for now, I think we can I think what we'll do is we'll dispatch this event regardless. I think it might scream at me. Well, I mean, it's in its own scope, so it should be fine, but I should instantiate this event above here and just reuse it. All right. Alright, so this should automatically get triggered regardless. Regardless of the error showing, we should be able to see that. So let's add a card. Oh crap, I did it again. Okay. My card was declined. Your request was in test mode but used. That's super cool. All my errors work. That's super awesome. And that's because this is incorrect. There we go. Alright, we have our card here. For the most part, it works. I definitely do need I need to add that loading mechanism on toggle. On toggle, we should set loading to true. And then on success, I mean, we're setting it regardless, but let's just do it for extra. Oh no, we have to do that regardless, actually. All right. So that should allow us to display the loading sequence every time we click add new. Yeah, perfect. So we're showing it regardless. All right, so there is something I need to implement. I just forgot the class that we're using for it. I'm not sure what I labeled it. Load. Oh, I think I found it. It was the last one. It was brand purple. This is the class we're attaching to it. All right. So this is a new card right here. Keep pushing the wrong thing. New card. And this will give us just a static we're looking for. there. See, that's what I'm looking for. So I need to set a static height for this. All right. That's our stripe element. Our form is this guy right here. Okay. So this is gonna be (47) min height 47 pixels. We're gonna have to add that here. Pixels. And then we have a radius here. That's perfectly fine. We just have to make sure we're rebuilding it. So it should be that height regardless. It's not doing it. Also be no, I mean it's setting it. Yeah, we'll just set it to hard 47 pixels instead of conditional. It's totally not taking my numbers into consideration. I mean, it is also possible that it may not be loading it until. Thanks for the follow, Tar83. Totally is possible that it's not loading that object until our card is actually loaded. Let's just make sure that's the case. So these are our errors. This is our div, our ID, which is this guy. Oh, okay. The class isn't set. The class isn't set until the stripe element is loaded onto the virtual DOM. Okay, so then I have to how would I go about this? I wonder if it appends the class. I mean, it's worth trying, right? Right. If it appends this, it appends the class, then we're good because we're always loading the appropriate class on load. Rust analyzer is at it again. Locking up. Alright, so hopefully, cool. It's perfect. It's taking the focus class into effect, and it's keeping the appropriate size that we're looking for. Yep, it's not jumping around. That's perfect. Yeah, that's awesome. So let's remove this guy. I don't know if that's the loading sequence I'm gonna use or the verbiage, but for now it's gonna do what it does. All right, so the last thing we have to do is implement the set primary action, which I'll probably, well, I am gonna keep for next stream. We just essentially need to toggle between the primary card based off of the action here, the click action here. And that's going to be set through Stripe. So we have to figure out how to do that via the Stripe API. And I think it's basically associating the payment method with the subscription itself. So it might even be related to a subscription request of some sorts. Where's update a subscription? So switching prices does not normally change the billing dates or generate an immediate charge unless, okay, update existing subscription to match the specific parameters. All right, here. So yeah, default payment method, that's what we're going to be setting. So we're going to update the subscription and simply pass it the new payment method ID. It's pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy. Cool. So we'll do that tomorrow. I will most likely be online at around 6 p.m. EST, 6:30ish, around there. I gotta feed the dog and cook some food, but after that I'll be on the stream for the next 3 to 4 hours. But I am gonna call it today. I appreciate everyone coming by, and thank you, aka if you end up watching the VODs or one of your viewers goes to your channel and watches you again, just let them know that I said I really appreciate it. I really do, and I'll be lurking on your channel from now on, low-key, because I'm always interested in seeing what other Rust developers are building. It helps provide insight on how things could actually be done, you know. So I appreciate everyone for stopping by, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Who should we raid? Does anyone have any suggestions? Where are we? Let's go to software and gaming. Who's building in Rust? Is anyone building in Rust today? People are playing Rust. Damn, Midnight is also not online. That's new. He's usually online at this time. Alright, I'm gonna choose. I have no one to choose. Alright, we're gonna choose RW Grime. Let's raid this guy. Grime. He's doing some hardware hacking. Oh, this channel is intended for mature audiences. Can I still? Alright. Alright, everyone. Catch y'all another time. Catch you tomorrow. Deuces.